Hi, Gwen Atkinson here at Let's Talk from the Heart. I went to see the new A Star is Born, and it absolutely has changed my life. And Bradley Cooper, who starred in it as Jackson Maine, also directed it, and it was his directorial debut. And he said it had changed his life. Well, it has changed my life. And why? It's, apart from it being an absolutely brilliant film, absolutely fantastic. The music is amazing, the cinematography, everything. It's a must, must, must for everybody, really. But what came across in the film was that there was this real respect. You could see people were being real, absolutely real in their performances, in alignment, in integrity. And it was so believable. Probably one of the most enthralling films I've ever seen. And okay, the story is a powerful story, and I think this is the fourth remake of it. Some of you will remember the Chris Christopherson and Barbara Streisand version. What really came across in this film was we all have talent, and it's what we do with it. Sometimes we don't believe we've got talent, sometimes we don't even recognize our talent, but we all come to this world with something that we can offer. We all have gifts. We just live in a world that doesn't always recognize the gifts that we have, doesn't always recognize the importance of being able to communicate, doesn't always recognize the importance of being able to listen. You know, these sort of soft talents that are not so measurable, but that are so important when it comes to cohesive community. The fact that people can just talk to each other is never seen as a talent or a gift. Anyway, I digressed a little bit. So the film is really about taking the risk with your talent as well. It's one thing knowing you've got a talent, even if you don't recognize that you do, but it's one thing knowing that you have a talent, but being afraid. And that spoke to me, and I think it'll probably speak to an awful lot of people. Having a talent, having something in your life that means a passion or a talent or something that means so much to you, but you're so afraid to make it public. So often we don't believe in ourselves. We think, oh, well, you know, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, or I've got too old now, or nobody's really going to appreciate this. And we keep it to ourselves and we don't share it. And I'm not saying we have to, not at all. I'm talking to people who, like myself, who want to share it, but are afraid to share it. And then get to the point where we think the opportunity has passed us by. What also really impacted on me in this film, I looked at the interviews with the cast and the crew afterwards. What they had created through collaboration, co-creation, community, was pure artistry and love. I can't remember which one of the actors said, I think it was Lady Gaga, said something along the lines of Bradley Cooper, through his leadership, had created a loving family. And I just, through watching these videos on YouTube, these interviews with cast and crew, I just sobbed my heart out. And I kept thinking I said to myself, I need to stop watching these. And then a friend said, no, for some reason you're supposed to watch these. And I thought, why am I crying at these? And then I realised what it was I was crying at. I looked at the film and I could see myself reflected back to me, having a talent and not risking it, not taking it out into the world and feeling that it was too late. But I looked at what people did when they did take the risk. I looked at what we can create when we come together with our talents. We can create community, connection, art. We can create family, and the best of family. I'm not talking about the worst of family, but we can create love, and out of that love, we can reach so many people. And I think there was a part of me that always felt that in being of service in the world, I had to go out and give of myself. At one point in my life, I worked as a social worker, and I thought that was what being of service was about. And through all these tears and enjoyment and the love of watching this film and being inspired by it and being excited by it and listening to these interviews, I realised that being of service comes in so many different forms. And I had given up on myself. I had given up on myself as a performer. And essentially, I'd given up because I was afraid. I'd also given up because I thought I was now too old. And this actually, I was sitting in the garden last Sunday, and this just hit me like a bullet out of the blue. And I thought, I'm not going to do this. I am not allowing myself to do this anymore. I am actually going to do something about this now. I'm going to take this risk. I'm going to acknowledge my talent and do something with it. And I thought, well, I'm not Bradley Cooper. Where do I start? And I thought, you know what? I've always wanted to sing. I've got a voice, but I don't feel that I can sing. So I thought, right, I'm going to find someone who can help me sing for the stage. Not just to sing to myself in the bath or in the car, but to actually get up on stage and sing. And it almost felt like my soul dropped in at that point of being totally truthful and honest with myself about what my heart desired and the dream that I'd never followed. And then it all clicked into place. It's like when my soul dropped in, the universe had my back. I found a teacher who had a background in performing arts. I then decided, right, I'm going to learn how to write for the theatre. And I thought, well, how am I going to find it around here, you know? And then I discovered, quite incredible, that a new arts centre had opened up. So I went and I visited and I spoke to the director and discovered that at the end of October, they are running a writing for performance series of workshops. So, how this will pan out, I don't know. I'm sure there will be moments when my confidence will falter. But I'm actually taking the first steps, and I will keep you posted on how I do. I may even come and perform for you at some point. But it's like finding why we came here and what we came to do. And I struggled with this for a very, very long time. I'm very, very fortunate that I'm actually involved with a group of people which has actually got nothing to do with this whatsoever, that are a really supportive, encouraging community, and with whom I affiliate market. And they have helped me find myself and helped me find out what drives me and how I can come into myself and develop. I think that's probably, and grow, develop and grow myself. I think that's what we all are looking for. Some of us are totally fulfilled in our lives, and others not so much. And I think at this period in life, not in my life, but in the time of the shift in the world, people are saying to themselves, do I want to do this forever? is this really what I came to do? Or it feels like there's something missing in my life. So I guess I just want to say to people, if that's your feeling, maybe sink into it and ask yourself, am I denying myself something that if I had the confidence and belief in myself, I actually would choose to do? And if that's the case, please write in the comments below, because I would love to hear from you and maybe we can start a dialogue. Okay, well, thanks for listening to me once again. And I really do appreciate all the comments that people make and the time that you take. And I hope the week ahead brings inspiration.